So with Jujutsu Kaisen almost over, with there being only a very few amount of chapters left, the last couple chapters have been very divisive, especially with how fast the pace has been. But who would have thought we ever would have reached Attack on Titan ending levels? Because it seems like the first of its kind, the Jujutsu Kaisen Requiem, also, you know, if you're not familiar with Attack on Titan Requiem, it's a fan-made ending when people were very upset with how Attack on Titan ended. Now, even though the pen isn't even done writing for Gege Akutami, we've already got the first in the long list, I imagine, that is going to be fan-made Jujutsu Kaisen ending, especially with how the community has really turned around and been very at each other's necks and picking sides as we near the series end. But let's not waste any time and let's get right into the story so that way you guys can all judge it for yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to make sure you can get any other kind of content. And most importantly, thank you for watching. So this is made by Twitter account MDSO_VA1. If you want to go check it out, it should be on screen here. And this is the end of Jujutsu Kaisen, written from by me. Fire emoji, goat emoji, a thread. This was the tweet that started it all, by the way. Like, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, I can't believe that you're like going after this person. Like, this is the end. This is the difference between the ending written by Gege and the ending written by fans. A lot of wasted potential, sadly. And this is his ending. And this was his response to people rightfully kind of being like, bro, what are you talking about? I see that there are many people in this tweet who do not like what I said. This is because they like happy pink endings, but the happy pink ending doesn't suit every work. JJK's work was also distinguished in changing the concept of the shonen world, but he failed. This is a full reminder and disclaimer that I am not making fun of this person. I just want to objectively take a look at Jujutsu Kaisen fan endings. Do not go harass this person or make fun of them on my behalf. I do not support that. Let's dive in. We see Sukuna in trouble due to his poor condition, and victory is getting closer for the Jujutsu magicians. In the midst of an intense battle, we see Sukuna planning how he will turn things in his favor. That is, he will rely on a battle of intelligence more than a battle of strength due to his poor condition. But even with his bad condition, he is still keeping up with the Jujutsu magicians who are against him. That is the problem of strength, is not large currently compared to the number of Jujutsu magicians that he directs. So basically, this person is implying that during the big group battle with Sukuna, Sukuna is winning not because he's stronger than everyone, but because he's smarter than everyone. Obviously, it's because Sukuna is supposed to be nerfed here, but he's significantly more nerfed in this version of the story. Therefore, he will rely more on a battle that includes a plan that he will build at this moment in which he fights. Sukuna comes up with a plan, which is that they may have a shaman whom he himself does not know and whose specialty is striking from long range. Then we see Nobara intervene to strike Sukuna's soul with his finger, and we see Sukuna being surprised because it is Nobara, but he was prepared for what would happen since he did not consider all the possibilities that Yuta was the one who ate the finger. Or I guess it's supposed to be he did consider all the possibilities that Yuta wasn't the one that ate the finger. So basically we've written in that Sukuna knew that this was going to happen. We've nerfed but also buffed Sukuna at the same time. Suddenly we see Sukuna planning the fusion process because he knew that he had no way to reach Nobara, who was far away without any spiritual injury that might cause him to be separated from his Megami. Possessive. Sheesh. Sukuna plans to make Tengen his vessel, even though he wanted to have a little fun against him. Then we see that Sukuna removes his fingers and transfers them to Tengen's body. Then we see something strange happen, which is that Tengen refuses to be a vessel for Sukuna. As we know that Tengen has become more cursed than human, and Sukuna cannot reincarnate into a curse, but in Tengen's case, Sukuna had the option to merge, but this might create a new character. That's why we see Sukuna rejecting this idea. Everything Sukuna thought about now and what happened between him and Tengen was just in seconds. But Sukuna is currently surrounded by Nobara from behind, who strikes spirit, and surrounded by Yuji, who strikes spirit, and is fielded from the front. What did Todo swap him in? We move to events in the distant past in which we see the first Jujutsu user talking about the negatives of not mastering something in his time. Heian era flashback? Let's go. All right, number one, base. Number one, fanfic. Then we move to a flashback of the Heian era, in which we see the truth about Kenjaku, and we also see some of Sukuna's secrets. Not all of his secrets though, and we discover that Sukuna possesses secrets in his strength that Gojo spoke about. I love that, like, I'm not gonna tell you what those secrets are or what Kenjaku's backstory is, but I will tell you, in my ending, We definitely see them. But all of this evaporated because Gojo had weakened it so much that this power was almost impossible to manifest. So Sukuna was stronger, he was holding back this whole time, but Gojo hit him with a nerf and he could never call upon that power that he had. Then we go back to a small flashback between Kenjaku and Sukuna before Sukuna's fight against Gojo. We see Sukuna saying, "A person's convictions change, but mine does not change, and my status is second to none. Loss and death are the same thing for me, and this is because of my status. But you may also consider it because I was born this way." Moving to the present, we see that Sukuna is standing without any movement. We see a narrator saying, after a long battle in Shinjuku in which the Jujutsu users honed all of their skills to overthrow him, but they were eliminated, the victor was the King of Curses, Ryomen Sukuna. Wait, hold on? We just cut to Sukuna winning? Then we move to a dark, deserted place and we see Sukuna's shadow, but his features are not completely clear, and the narrator continues. After several eras, we see the King of Curses standing over the corpses of those who defied him and were eliminated. Narrator, an eternal, endless spiral. Wait, so Nobara and Yuji got off-screened? So yeah, guys, that was Jujutsu Kaisen Requiem. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear opinions. Do you like this ending? Did you want Sukuna to win from the beginning? Because I know that is a very common opinion. I would say somewhat uncommon, not like super rare, like, you know what I mean? There's levels: holographic, super rare, rare, uncommon, common. Like that's like, it's like uncommon level. Again, I don't want to clown on this guy. I don't want to make fun of him. He came a little crazy in my honest opinion, which that's what happens when you come crazy. But hey, you know what? We all live and we learn. The end of Jujutsu Kaisen is just going to do even crazier numbers to Twitter, Reddit, social media in the next coming chapters, guys. I promise you, it's only gonna get worse. It's gonna get more divisive and more crazy. Again, and that has nothing to do with my opinion on the series. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. I promise it's going to get crazy. I've already deleted all of my social media. I was just shown this by a friend. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Do we need a fan ending of Jujutsu Kaisen? Were you a fan of things like Attack on Titan, no Requiem? I'll end this war on blood is one of my favorite memes of all time, so I would absolutely love to see what kind of craziness would stem from a JJK fan ending. Peace out, guys.